Hello, it is I, the Unconventional Grower, on plot 14, somewhere in the big wide world. I have returned from my hollybobs, and we're now up at the allotment for the first time since our return, and things have changed somewhat. I will share with you what I have discovered. First thing, first, is this. Quite alarming, so that needs some urgent attention. The peas, meanwhile, are just about clinging on. We thought that they would do so. There's some that have turned quite papery, and so they will go towards being next year's seeds. Over here we've got some broad beans that have done the same. A little porky pie has been told in the fact that I was up yesterday lunchtime harvesting some of the broad beans, so I have an inclination. However, that thing there was not in that situation. Look at this. This stuff is rubbish. Rethink is in order. In fact, let's wander round here where we did some improvements, and let's see if they've stuck or whether they've creating its own mischief. Can't say for sure whether that's itself creating its own mischief. Down there, that seems to be doing the trick, having this approach, but dearie me. Look, and that one's doing the same. So this stuff is just tuppence halfpenny stuff, not worth the hassle. So a rethink is in order for when we come to do this later in a few months' time, and that means that we've got to think about what we're doing with the other plastic sheets that are in there. Some more bloody expense. Anyway, other things to show you is the nasturtiums. Yellows over there, oranges over here, doing a terrific job of enticing in the little creature. Look at that. Dearie me. Anyway, I'm going to have a sample of this. Nasturtiums are quite sweet and peppery at the same time. A nice little addition to a salad bowl. Now I'll twizzle that back round. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You take your eye off it for 2 weeks and look what happened. Weeds everywhere in the raised bed. That needs attention. Broads that need picking. They need harvesting. Look, we seem to have some critter dealing itself a snack down there. Sweet corns have done absolutely naff all. The ghastly gooseberries have grown. What we're going to do here is going to trim these gooseberries back at some point. We've got to do and sort this path out, because that is not in this prescription. A few more broads down there, so they've done all right. Raspberries. These are one or two weeds that we need to get here. Notice that the potatoes have really died back now, so they're going to be ready for harvest. The raspberries, some of the lates here. We've got one or two there that don't look too bad. There's another one there, but these are predominantly the later variety. Looking up the side of the fence, before we get that far, we've still got the red currants that need harvesting there. They're not doing too bad actually. I thought they might have wilted away and demised. Now look at this grape. This is the grape. It's going wild, isn't it? It's absolutely wild. We need to sort that out, otherwise we're going to get emails left, right and centre saying, can you sort your grape out? because it's encroaching the path, which is fine. Just giving that a wiggle. See what damage has incurred there. We can encourage that to go through, really. What I'd really like to do is extend this cage out to the entire allotment plot and the food forest that survives within it. Just done a bit of a lap at this side. Apples, they're not too bad, are they? Not too bad. Look at this walkway. I only did this before I left, and it's grown tremendously. Now then, look at them things. They look champion, don't they? They look champion. Meanwhile, over here we've got the thornless blackberry starting to show. A few apples on the original apple tree over here, just as it starts to rain. Typical. I've come to harvest some brought beans and peas actually. Now then, that, oh dearie me. Right. So we need to give this a fettle when we're up at the weekend. Oh look, more broad beans, cracking. This here needs a fettle. Looks like these have done nothing. A little rethink is in order. Right, let's peer down here because I know what's in store here. Look at them. Absolute monsters. They were like the size of your finger. There's a couple in there. I'll open this up. They were like that when I left. There's one hiding under there. There's one over there. And it's killing off the tea plant. Some toms are hiding there. They're going to get a harvest shortly. Look at that. That needs to go. That bloody thing. There's quite a lot of work to be done now. Like I say, leave it for 2 minutes and it's gone. What we got under here? Let's see. In this old hoop, more toms. Got the peppers and the chilies. We've got some cucumbers and then the rest of the tomatoes over here. Could do with a bit more sunny weather. Just angle the camera to help me get that down. More apples over here. They don't look as good as last time, nonetheless. And it's typical, isn't it, that you arrive back in the UK to the same weather that you left it to, and in between times it's been sunny, glorious and everything else. But look at this. I'll just twizzle it back round as I'll find another marrow and a courgette and more weeds and carrots and potatoes. Let's have a look how the beetroot is developing. Well, that is a surprise, to be fair, as I might yeet that one out. In fact, I will do. The first harvest of beetroot, caught on camera. There you go. Deep within the forest, the Cherry Falls forest, we find a glut of tomatoes. But look at this. Look at that that's buried down there. A cucumber. And I'm sure there'll be more somewhere under here, because this is the cucumber plant there. There's a little knobbly bit on there. It looks to have died off for some reason. One there, oh look at that. That's one that's coming on. But it's got its knobble end caught in the bloody netting. Of course it has. Now look at these. I'll park them in there. They've all been They need to come off. There's no point having mildewy type things. Look at them. They're ready for harvest then. Don't want to get them any bigger. Otherwise we'll end up with several of these behemoths on our hands. I'm going to amputate these things. Oh, dearie me today. Ugh, stinks putrid. Oh, more toms there from this position. I'll get them whipped up. I've already got half a bag there. I'll get them out. I'll get some broads picked. Right, let's crack on, and then I've got that bloody thing to sort. Just as I've come to throw a few of the broad bean plants have expired onto the compost heap. There's a bit of a volunteer lettuce going on here, so that's going to go in the pot. I'll take the top bit of that out, see what that tastes like. Got some potatoes there. They're going to get an investigation at some point. Meanwhile, I'm back at the ranch. This is where I've started to just take the broad bean plants out. Easy for me to say. And then I'll work my way around. What I've done in the meantime is just spragged this a little bit with that bit of timber and just hand screwed a screw in there. I don't have my power tools with me today, but that's looking like a job for the weekend. And probably the best part of all of Sunday to get this fettled out. These gooseberries are annoying me. They're ghastly. Look at them beastly spikes stuck in your thumb. Deary me. Right. I might have a little dig at them now. Them spuds, to see what they're saying about the job. Raspberries growing in the spud bed. We'll leave them to fruit, because look at that. Could be a bit of fruit coming on there. But I'm going to take a bit of... Yes, get some spuds there. It's like a forest. And not in the way that we want it to be. We want it to be like this. This is what we want it to be like. Oh, sweet peas down here that have done absolutely jaff all, which I thought they wouldn't do anyway. Of course. The blueberries. Camera's not really picking them up right, but in the food forest, this is what a good food forest will look like. The blueberries over there, down yonder. They'll get harvested this week. Oh, there's a few plums over there, which you can't see because it's farted about. There we go. The plums have grown up, which we don't really want it to do. Not to that degree anyway. There's a few plums over there. Like I say, I don't think there's out on this tree. This one. And I really want to extend this out. In fact, I might just have a think over the winter time and see how we can incorporate a whole fence around some of this. Incorporate this bit. Like for fence 1, fence 2 maybe. I don't know. Bring this out so it's properly down this bit so it's not segregated out. Anyway, we're waffling now. We're waffling. There's so much to do and it's like, what the hell do we do first? Oh, look at this. Look at this to report. There's a cauliflower, little mini cauliflower growing. That's a nice little surprise. That is a nice surprise. We'll keep closely monitoring that one. We managed to pick out the remainder of the tomatoes that I could see that were ripe. We've got a reasonable harvest in there. We've got the lettuce harvest that I've just collected, so I'm going to put that in the bag, get on with some broad beans and some peas, and I'll do an update then. Just as the Heavens are opening up now. I've got all those out and made a quick start with harvesting the peas, the drier peas, but that's going to have to be a task now for another day, as it looks like this weather is setting in for a while. So that'll be all for today. Hoping to be back up on Sunday or Saturday morning even, depends what the diary's saying, to finish harvesting the peas, if I can speak. Mind, I might just nip up one lunchtime to grab a quick harvest. I want to do a succession sowing of the peas, so those pipes there, those guttering, need to go home to get started with the next lot of peas. Hurst Green Shaft is what I'm wanting to get in. So we're going to call it a day for now. Oh, as it's just abated a little bit, we might just grab these. But we'll see. Thanks for watching. See you soon.